In today's news, domestic airlines now allow for in-flight meals. Another Thai politician is accused of sexual harassment, and Thailand climbs into the top 10 best countries to live for expats. Do you agree with the assessment? Stay tuned for today's program.
Today's show is brought to you by Thaiger Property for all your real estate needs in Thailand. Link in the description below.
You're watching Thailand News Today, bringing you the latest top stories in Thailand and beyond. My name is Jed Gunther, and in our first story, the Civil Aviation Authority of Thailand has given airlines the green light to serve food and drinks again on domestic flights in Thailand, effective immediately. The original rationale was less about the food itself and more about the use of face masks. But obviously, face masks must be removed to eat or drink, so I'll be nibbling on my cookie for the whole duration of the flight. The CAAT did not say why they had chosen to lift the food and drink ban now, but it doesn't seem to be related to the COVID-19 case numbers. However, COVID prevention measures must be lifted at some point for Thailand's budget airlines to stay afloat. Snacks and drinks are included in the price of a Thai Airways or Bangkok Airways flight ticket, but budget airlines such as Nok Air, Thai Vietjet, Lion Air, and Thai Air Asia depend on the sale of in-flight food and drinks as a large source of their overall revenue. So if you're going to take a domestic flight in Thailand anytime soon, you can support Thailand's budget airlines by buying an in-flight meal and a justification to take off your mask. With tourists slowly returning to Thailand, airlines are fighting to stay afloat as they battle soaring operating costs, especially with the high price of fuel, and are calling for government assistance. The surge in passengers this month and over this 5-day weekend may not be enough to offset the coming low season after over 2 years of limited travel during the pandemic. The cost of petrol is one major factor, with fuel accounting for 35% of airline operating costs, up from a maximum of 30% before. And while oil prices are beginning to creep down just a bit, those price changes will take longer to affect the airline industry. The lowered value of the baht also affects operating costs and fuel costs. Flights are more full this week, hitting 70% of capacity, fueled by the 5-day holiday and people trekking to religious sites for Buddhist Lent tomorrow. Areas like Hat Yai, Phuket, and Ubon Ratchathani, where a candle festival is held each year to mark the start of Buddhist Lent, are attracting large amounts of air travelers. Airlines are asking for government support as they pull out of the pandemic and are already working with the TAT to promote travel. They have been adjusting their flight schedules to match the travel demand. The aviation industry has suggested a reduction in flight taxes and fees like landing taxes and parking fees for planes. But the days of super discount flights are gone, at least for now. With fewer flights operating, there are fewer total flights available, and airlines just can't afford to sacrifice them with deep discount promotions. Airlines are stuck between rising operating costs and cutthroat price battles with each other as budget carriers like Thai Lion and Nok Air fight for customers. Move Forward City Councillor Anupap Thantong has been released on 100,000 baht bail today after reporting to the police to recognize charges of sexual assault that have been made against him by 4 teenage girls. Police informed Anupap last night that 2 16-year-olds and 2 18-year-olds had accused him of inappropriate behavior and had to appear at Tung Maha Mek police station. The 38-year-old was later taken to Bangkok South Criminal Court, where police further detained him. The court approved an application for release on bail with a surety of 100,000 baht on the condition the consular for Sathon district kept away from the witnesses and did not leave the country. Anupap, one of 14 Move Forward candidates who won seats in the Bangkok Council election on May the 25th, denies the allegations. Tung Mahamek Police Chief Police Colonel Grisada Manawongsakoon said the alleged incidents took place on Monday, July the 11th, when he invited the 4 teenage girls for drinks at his condominium in the Sathon district. Move Forward Policy Minister for Bangkok, Wirod Rakhanadison, admitted yesterday that there appears to be grounds for the charges. Wirod stated the party would be conducting its investigation, and if found guilty, the disciplinary committee could take action against Anupab. Anupab is the second politician this year to find himself accused of sexual assault. The other is Parin Panitpakdi, a former deputy leader of the Democrat Party. The National Anti-Corruption Commission yesterday reported former deputy leader of the Democrat Party, Withoon Nambut, could face prosecution for allegedly demanding 30 million baht in backhanders related to a state utility construction project in 2013 and 14. Department Secretary General Niwatchai Kasem Mongkol revealed the commission found grounds for the allegations against Withoon, a former Democrat MP for Ubon Ratchathani, when he served as a member of a House committee scrutinizing a budget bill for 2014. He added more details will be provided soon. Niwatchai made known the department is also investigating another 4 government officials for wrongdoing related to the same 30 million baht utility construction graft. Withoon quit the Democrat Party in January last year, saying he felt unappreciated and overlooked for senior positions. From December 2008 to February of 2009, he served as Social Development and Human Security Minister in the Apisit Wechashiwa government, but resigned after being implicated in a case that saw rotten canned fish distributed to flood victims in Patalung. At the time, Withoon denied any wrongdoings. A new survey has seen Thailand climb into the top 10 best countries to live for expats. A survey by Internations in the Expat Insider 2022 revealed Thailand has climbed 6 places to number 8 in the top 10 countries to live for foreigners from last year's 14th place. But it's not all good news for the expat community in the land of smiles. Thailand ranked low in administration and performed poorly in the working abroad category. Berlin-based Internations, which has an expat community of more than 4 million members, surveyed foreigner life in 52 destinations and gathered answers from about 12,000 members worldwide. The study asked their expat community how satisfied they were in their respective country of residence with their quality of life, ease of settling in, working abroad, and personal finance. Thailand ranked number 4 in the Personal Finance Index, number 11 in ease of settling, 18th for expat essentials, and 35th for quality of life. The kingdom's working abroad ranking at 45 dragged down the overall score, but mostly 77% of foreigners in Thailand say they are happy with their life compared with 71% elsewhere. Thailand ranked 14th in 2021 and 25th place out of 64 destinations in 2019. In 2020, when Internations ranked cities, Bangkok came 20th out of 82 destinations. The top 3 destinations in the survey saw Mexico as number 1, Indonesia number 2, and Taiwan in 3rd. Those 3 nations scored high for ease of settling in and personal finance. The rest of the top 10 saw Portugal in 4th, followed by Spain, the United Arab Emirates, Vietnam, Thailand, Australia, and Singapore. The bottom 3 were Kuwait at number 52, then New Zealand and Hong Kong, who all performed poorly in terms of personal finance for expats. Thailand came first place in the housing subcategory, with those taking part in the survey saying that their accommodation was affordable. Some 85% of Thai foreigners revealed their disposable income allows them to lead a comfortable life. Thailand ranked number 3 for the general cost of living at 71%. Thailand ranks low, however, with the low availability of government services online, with 47% of expats say they are unhappy. Some 51% revealed they find it difficult to deal with the local bureaucracy and authorities. And that's all for our report from Thailand News Today. The show will be back tomorrow. Meanwhile, you're now up to date on the Thaiger.